I beg, buck me at the Emirates. Buck me at the Emirates, because I'll go. You let me know what game you want to go to.
Yo, people, what we saying? What we spraying? Bubba back again with another stream. And obviously, I thought, you know what? It's deadline day. Might as well talk about some deadline day stuff. And I'm here today with my brother Trip, man. How you doing, my bro?
Hey, man. Listen, I'm overall, we on the up and up, you know what I'm saying? Yesterday stung a little bit, but I'm not gonna let none of that, you know what I'm saying, knock me off the rhythm and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we gonna be all right. You know, I've just been bumping Kendrick Lamar on loop all this morning while I was cleaning up the yard and everything. Listen, we gonna be all right. Is all I'm trying to say. But overall, we can't complain, dog.
You know what? Yeah, and you know before because you know we can talk a bit about the game prior as well. But I think it's pretty cool, yeah, that you got halftime hooks and full-time Trip.
Hey, listen, we all the coverage, man, all the coverage. You know what I'm saying? We got you at the half, we got you at full. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't even need the whistle. We got you. Don't even worry about
that. Hey, you know what? Maybe having a whistle would actually be a good thing for me to. Actually, do you know what? Bun the referees. Sorry.
Yeah, hey, it's one of those.
It's one of them ones.
Sure,
it's definitely one of them ones.
I tell you that.
I have a look. Yeah. All right. So the game yesterday, yeah. Just quickly, we can have a little download on it, yeah. So I don't know about you, but I'm like super frustrated with that game. But I'm not so much frustrated with the players. I'm not angry with the players. My thing is, I feel like they set up what they was set up to do. They executed perfectly, pretty much to a T. Everything that they needed to do, they did. My problem is the game plan. Yeah. My problem's the manager. Yeah. That's where my anger, my frustration, that's where all of it lies. It lies with the manager. I can't believe certain things that he did, i.e. start Martinelli over Eze, i.e. not notice that Martinelli was having a very poor game and not take him off soon. Well, not take him off sooner. Like that's like not acknowledge that the pendulum's kind of swinging in your favor. Like I feel like Liverpool were very frustrated. They were kind of annoyed with how we played against them in the first half. And I feel like if you just had a bit of intent and came out with a bit of vim, bit of pep in your step in the second half, no pun intended. Obviously, he was under Pep. Then I think we would have had a much better game. But
yeah,
I've slept twice now since then. You know, nighttime, and then I had a little nap today, and I've cooled down a bit. I've definitely cooled down a bit, but I am still quite frustrated. Like, how do you feel about what happened yesterday and how everything kind of panned out?
Honestly, I'm generally in that same boat of frustration, which I don't think I am too often. I feel like I usually, you know, people see like, you know, whatever I'll say and put out there. Usually I'm a generally positive dude, you know what I'm saying? I like to be glass half full most of the time, but I'll call things out for what it is. The game in general, two things that came out of the game frustrated me a lot. One, just the general commentary about a lot of how we didn't go for it, but at the same time, Liverpool wasn't really on much. We mitigated again. Anfield was quiet. Anfield was library settings for a long moment. It wasn't until the second half where they got more of the ball, and that was really it. We had more shots. We had more final third, whatever you want to call it. We had more intent. But I didn't like the commentary coming out talking about, again, Peter Schmeichel on his stupidness talking about, what's it called? Oh, the no intent. The only people who's coming to play was Liverpool. I'm like, so you was Stevie Wonder in the first half of the game? You was Stevie Wonder in that? Fairs, whatever. I know people gonna run their agendas on that. That's just how it is. I'm frustrated, but I know that's just the fact of the matter with everybody else interacting with Arsenal. It's just how it goes, you know?
Yeah.
The other main point of frustration is exactly where you're coming from. I had a lot of frustration with Arteta, especially how he chose to not adjust, to be very bullish in his game plan and not make the proper adjustments when he noticed momentum was on his side, or maybe could have noticed momentum was on our side. That's where I take offense in that sense, or that's where I take exception. I'll personally say I'm not going to be the most angry at Marino starting because, again, I don't know the fitness levels of everybody. I don't know how, again, ready to go everybody is, and that's fair from the start. A full 90 minutes, that's a long way away. So I can accept Marino starting, especially with how Gyökeres is, and we don't know how he's going to fare being one lone center forward against Konate, against Van Dijk. We don't know how he's going to fare. So having an extra big body when we're hoofing balls up the pitch, I can understand that game plan. I get it. But 45 minutes passes. We know, again, we're on the up. You know what I'm saying? We the momentum on our side. And we see Martinelli doing FIFA glitches in the left wing nonstop. At some point, we would have to take a look. You know what I'm saying? Take the AirPod Albert, take the AirPods out your ears and look at him like, yo, bro, Martinelli's really struggling, bro. We might need to we could, again, as they already played some Premier League matches, you know what I'm saying? He might not know the system and everything yet, but he's enough to say, let's drop him in there left wing, ISO situations. It's Szoboszlai, literally just by himself most of the time. Let's see what happens. Making that adjustment, being proactive. Proactivity with the weapons you have is my frustration, and him not doing that. And the fact that we let the game just drift more into Liverpool's control and Liverpool's momentum. And then the free kick came, and everybody's like, oh, shoot, we got to start playing again. That's right. We always start to turn up again whenever we concede or something crazy happens or whatever, blah, 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 against us. And it's just, this season is about proactivity rather than reactivity. We've already seen proactivity in the transfer market, which I'm sure we'll get to in a little bit. We've seen that on a transfer front. Now it's time for proactivity and ruthlessness on the pitch and with managerial decisions. If you're seeing a game is going a certain way, turn the screw. If you want to beat somebody 3-4-0, these proactive changes are the way to do it. It's not, again, I understand there's risks in fitness and things like that, but there has to be a bit more bravery in the decisions and being proactive in those decisions, in my opinion. So I agree with you. That's where my frustration has been from the game yesterday. Yeah,
and I mean, like, big up APG. You know, everyone, obviously, big up everyone in the chat. Just on a quick one, because obviously, this is how behind this is how off I am at the moment. Yeah, you know what? I've realized taking a nap at 12 o'clock is not what I should be doing, because I didn't even do any of the admin stuff. Make sure you're hitting the likes. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel. We're still growing. Obviously, Full-Time Trip, his channel is in the title. But he's very active on socials. You'll see a lot of good content from him on Twitter as well. So make sure you check that. I tell you what, some of the shorts that you do have me in tears, man. I won't lie. So make sure you're supporting him on all socials. But like APG said, has Arteta got dementia? Go back to the 22-23 playing season style. Now, you see, and just quickly, because I know everyone, I've just seen it. Don't know if you've seen it. Everyone's talking about Gahey. Here we go to Liverpool. It's a bit mad, but it's a bit mad. But we'll get onto that next. But I think what people don't understand about that 22-23 season is it's not necessarily that we was playing with any more freedom or we was playing any more attacking. It's that nobody respected us. Like, nobody actually we came off the back of a season where we bottled top 4 to Tottenham. And everyone just thought, the Arsenal's going to be crap. Arteta's crap. Like, that was kind of the whole thing. Like, we're signing Man City rejects in Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko. Like, so nobody respected us. And then that season made everyone go, okay. For sure. Okay, Arsenal, we hear you loud and clear. Okay. And then since then, every game, you got like 3-4 man on Saka. Every game you got, the amount of low blocks that we faced since that was absolutely crazy. It was insane.
Filthy. Shoulder to shoulder, bro. Notting Hill Carnival vibes, bro, was really packed up at game after game, nonstop. And it's that transition when the league noticed, you know what I'm saying? We put everybody on notice, and everybody again heeded that word very quickly. And now it's much harder for us to approach games because people know how to generally play against us. And a lot of the times I think people can't necessarily stop how we play against them unless they buckle down, buckle tight. Again, low block, mid block, aggressive, again, pressing in conservative ways or conservative timings. That's how people are going to get to us. Now that last step for us is, how do we add the X factor? How do we add the moments where Saka's not the only point of reference when it comes to an unpredictable attack, something that's, again, going to happen differently. And the 2022-23 playing style, again, didn't have that weight of expectation. The playing style in every season past that now has that weight of expectation. Now we just need to match that with the, again, just the presence of unpredictability. And that comes with players that, again, I like Eze, like Saka. Again, Calafiori is a big one for me as well. Just adding that unpredictability across the team. So when we approach all these people who know how to play against us, we give them that little question in their head, like, oh, should we double mark this guy? Should we triple mark that one? Let me just like, we need those options. We start to have that firepower a lot more now. It's up to Arteta to use it. Now we got to use it proactively.
Gyökeres is going to help in that as well, and play Eze as well, because obviously, if for example, if we start with Eze, Gyökeres, and Saka front three, you can't go 2-3 people. You go stay on Saka, because then Gyökeres and Eze is free, and then you get punished. So, look, it's game week 3. Like, I need to keep on drilling this into my head. It's game week 3. Don't go too mad. It's game week 3. Don't go too mad. Game week 3. Game week 3. Game week 3. Things will get better. But for me, it's just like, do you know what it's like? Yeah, it's like, imagine you have a family member, who, or a friend, and they're a drug addict, and they keep on telling you, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. I promise, it's the last one. It's the last one. I'm gonna stop. And then, just walk in their room and they're just there shooting up. And you're like, well, but I thought you was gonna stop. And then after a while, it's like the boy who cried wolf. After a while, you're just like, yeah, whatever. And it's that repetitive behavior of Arteta that's like, man, I keep on dreaming of a better day, but I don't know when that better day is gonna come, because you're doing the same things that I really need you not to be doing. So
I hear it.
But it's game week 3, right? How vexed can we really be? But look, so not only did Liverpool beat us, they pretty much immediately followed it up with Isak, here we go.
Lord, and Lord Almighty, have mercy on my soul, bro. What's going on? Like, I just want to be like, I know the football gods give us the toughest battles, man. Y'all can say a lot what y'all want. They give us some tough outside of folks, again, obviously, who are like toiling or whatever. But for folks who are striving to hit that next level or whatever, the people who are very close, the football guys give us some tough ass battles. We lose to a crazy ass free kick, and in the same 12 hours, they said that the Isak we was dangling in your face that we wanted all along, maybe he didn't want us, but whatever, dangled him for like months and months and months, sent him straight to the enemy. I said, Jesus, what can we do? I'm like, when it rains, it pours for Arsenal every time. It's like, we have to have the strongest wills out of everybody in English fandom, in English football fandom. We have to have the strongest wills, because it always is a 1-2 punch, 1-2-3 combo. They serving out Mayweather 12 pieces all of a sudden, and now we just on the rope trying to just figure out what's going on. Yeah,
but they also came with another here we go in Gahey, and hey, I said, even with the Isak signing, I still think that we got the stronger squad. But I said, if Gahey signs as well, my favorites go right back to Liverpool. So
they needed that.
So I don't know, where does. All right. So firstly, I think Isak is a great signing. I think everybody in the world would agree that Isak is a great signing. I think that Gahey is an amazing signing for them, especially considering how on and off Konate is. And obviously they had 3 centre-backs, one of them being that Leone brother who's only 18, only just joined. But now they got Gahey, who I think is a seasoned defender in the Premier League proven. He understands the league, all of that. He will upgrade their squad in ways that I don't think anyone can really fathom at the moment. And he is a really good ball playing defender as well. And he's a leader, captain of Crystal Palace, and he's an England international. So I think that this is I I think it's an amazing signing for Liverpool. And I
Very.
guess my question is, obviously, other than understanding your thoughts on both signings, is do we now have to react? Because obviously, with we're bringing in Hincapié, he's having his medical. I think that's an amazing signing. Amazing signing. But because they've gone and grabbed Isak and Gahey, do we now have to respond on deadline day and go out and get that, I guess, that superstar left winger that everybody has kind of been screaming out for from day one of the transfer window?
That's a tough question. That's a tough question. I know people might not agree with me with that on this front, but I don't think we need to grab the superstar left winger. It depends on if it's available. It depends on if the movement is there. I would say if we have the wherewithal and something arises and the opportunity is there, because right now I'm like, options is, I don't know what the options are that are clear right now. Again, Rodrigo, unfortunately, he's sitting in the cup chair at Madrid. That's never happening. That's just off the phone. And he said to put it on. Hey, the DND. Hey, Karma had to check it. She had to check it real quick. Understood. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. But Rodrigo, that's out the window. That's done. You know what I'm saying? The two other options I can see, but they're like very bleak. One signed a new deal, so I don't know what is even possible. Semenyo, I've seen the little murmurs of like, if there's one more opportunity, we could go in for that left winger. Semenyo, I don't see as very possible, but would alleviate so much stress. I tell you that. Listen, if we sign Semenyo at some point, deadline day or January, I will dead ass record myself doing 5 spinning Rooney's in a row. No questions. I'll sit there, Booker T music on blast. Speakers boosted. I promise. Would be a lovely, lovely signing, but I'm not sure given he signed a new deal. I don't know what the feasibility is in that front. But there's a person named Malik Fofana that I think could be very, very possible. Very, very possible as well. I would love that signing. I think we've had some real good looks at him, and I think he would immediately provide some really good dynamism on that left-hand side where we know we're not getting it right now, as long as Eze's not in that picture yet, as long as he's still loading up in the frame as a starting, as a starting player. Right now, my overall thought is we don't need to respond on their time. I don't think so. Looking at the situation in terms of the game yesterday and all stuff today, we showed up to Liverpool. We showed up to Anfield without Havertz, without Saka. Again, Odegaard wasn't fit. Eze wasn't fit. There's a lot of people that we were missing. We can never face these guys with a full squad. So
Saliba got injured.
Saliba injured. First 4 minutes. Thanos snapped his ass. His whole ankle sprained. First 4 minutes, bruh. Like as if it couldn't get no worse, gang. It was like, bro, I'm sitting there. My heart is in my hand dying. I'm like, the only silver lining is this man is literally not going to international duty. That's the only silver lining. It's just a sprain, literally. But so much stuff going against us in that way. But still, we showed it. We rocked up and gave them a pretty even game with a lot of our starters out the picture. I'm hoping that the fitness gods will still give us some grace. And when these people are back, we will kick on. I still think we didn't need a crazy amount of over-the-top signings, at least in this window after Eze, to say we can now compete for the league and go leg for leg, machine for machine. In my opinion, I just hope if there's an opportunity to still make something happen, that Berta sees it and tries to make something happen. We're seeing some of these last minute movements and stuff like that. I saw a little bit of a report on Trossard that somebody was looking at him for, I think it was Roma, might have been looking at him real quick, trying to see what was happening. A couple loan deals was going on. I think Reese is off to Brentford, so there's some room. Watch it be Sterling on loan. That's crazy. Yo, stop. Don't man. Hey, listen, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Let's time out on that, bro. No, we can't do that. We can't go through that again. We can't go through that. Listen, my background Jamaican, but still, that was a disgrace. Let's not even talk about that. But to round out your question, though, I don't think we need to necessarily respond because they made a move. But if there's an opportunity for us to get a left winger that's going to be much more dynamic than the options we have, i.e. Martinelli and Trossard, Malik Fofana, maybe, again, Semenyo, if the stars align, planets align, even a Lookman. I saw Lookman in the chat just earlier. If Lookman pops up, that will be great as well. If the planets align on our time, then let's make that move. But we can't do it just to react because of them. I'm just saying, we still have pieces to go at Anfield. We still have pieces to add in. and we still gave them a show. You know what I'm saying? We still gave them more trouble than they thought they was gonna get. They weren't even that good that day. Again, stunning free kick to save them. So I'm not gonna sit up here and say we gotta do all this in DEFCON 5 because Isaac made that move and all stuff like that. It makes the race harder for sure, but I still think we got enough in the tank to very, 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 very much compete on those fronts. But yeah, to speak on them two signings, I don't even want to say too many words because shit. Damn, shit. I've been getting stick from my Liverpool friends the whole past 2 days. This bombas all in my chat. I'm like, listen. All I will say on that is Arsenal. It has never been easy for Arsenal. Never. We have always done it in dramatic fashion. I will say that. Trophies we've won, Premier Leagues we've again completed and won all the stuff that we've done. I feel like more often than not, it's happened through dramatic fashion. So if the cards are stacked against us, it's just more of the same, revert to type. And we just got to keep trekking through it. I keep telling people, man, we Kratos FC. The elements, the gods will literally be against us, and we just got to keep trucking and do the impossible. I'm telling folks every day. I'm sitting there. We Kratos FC to the hilt, to the ends of time. That's just who we are, and we gonna do it in amazing fashion. That's all I know.
That is such a sick ref. Kratos FC is actually the gods are against us. That is actually a cold bar. I can't lie. That bar is cold. That bar. I might have to borrow that sometime.
Hey, Bill, listen.
That bar is cold.
I've been telling people, man, that it just sticks in my head all the time. I'm like, bro, everything is gonna be against us, and when we get our get back, that's the end of the world. It's going to be the end of the world for so many people. It's going to be Armageddon for so many people. I got shots for everybody. Everybody. I'm telling y'all, man.
Oh, man. No, that is facts. But, hey, look, big up Cass for the raid. Everyone that's coming from Cass's channel. You don't know that over these sides, Cass, you get me, he loves man. So that's why he sent you over here. Actually, pause, saying that man loves you.
Yeah,
but you get me. That's my brother. You get me. If you get me, you follow Cass, you follow me. Like up the thing. Just hit that like button. We're trying to get to 75 likes. So obviously, you lot, if you don't know who he is, full-time trip. You get me, first time on the channel. Hopefully, you know he's willing to come on many more times. His channel is in the title. Show him some love. Go and support his thing. And yeah, man, keep the family growing. Know what I'm saying? But so just to kind of make sure I'm understanding you correctly, let's just say, for example, we did absolutely nothing on deadline day today. You wouldn't be like, oh shit, we're gonna have a downer of a season. Like you'd be like, you know what? Fair play. We've gone out. We've signed 8. Is it 8 players this window? 8. I think it's 8 players we've signed this window. We've covered a lot of areas. I think we've signed, in my opinion, Eze, Gyökeres, Hincapié, and Zubamendi, to me, are level raisers.
Yeah.
So ceiling raisers. I think they're ceiling raisers. I feel like everybody else that we signed is a floor raiser, in my opinion. So would you just be like, you know what? Like, can't be too greedy. Just see how it goes. And maybe if it doesn't go to plan, January we revisit and maybe we dip back into the market in January. Am I kind of correct in assuming that?
Yeah, I say correct. I'm overall really happy with the window because I know how much the scars of the past, again, this hashtag Arsenal PTSD is so strong that one of the things in my head was like, yo, we need to cover the depth like crazy. We need some quality in our depth, and we did that. We got solid. Again, those floor raisers that help pitch in, they help come in, they provide good minutes. They're going to give some reprieve to our star players who we already are seeing are having some trouble with fitness. So that's going to be a big thing across the season for us. We have to get our stars that are here. We got to keep them in the game. And that's going to be a big part in that. So that's one big gap that I had already addressed. And then some of the level raisers, center forward, that attacking player that can have the potential to play left wing. The Gyökeres, Eze, Zubamendi was a really, really good buy. I think he's going to be one of the players of the season that people might not realize it yet because we signed him so early. People might forget he's still here, which is that's going to be fine. They'll realize it on their own time. But I think he's such a really, really good buy. And then we'll see how everything else folds out. But from an attacking standpoint, you know how we stay. You know how we stay. You know, we get to a certain point in signings, and then we just don't go over that hump. You know, we see Eze out there, and we can almost reach it, but we just never get to it in windows past. We'll never get to that one player that we know is going to really level us up. Gyökeres thing, again, was wonderful. I'm glad we got that in. But that Eze thing, that was the one for me where it's like, if we can get that, I back us no matter what other business we do past this point. I back us to do big things this season and actually get over the line, because we have that level of spontaneity that's not just from a left back or just from Saka alone. We have that level of creativity now where people are going to take that notice within the team, and it's going to change the dynamics of how we play. So overall, I'm very happy. And if we do extra business, that's bonus rounds for me. I was more focused on, again, making room, getting some of the other people out the way, so we can make some room for potential incomings and see what happens. But if we don't get any other additional winger or any other additional player passing Capier today, I'm a happy man. Can't complain.
Okay, fair play. Do you know what? I'm to a degree, I'm inclined to agree with you to a degree, because look, like I've said this already, yeah, like for me, since Thierry Henry left Arsenal, this is the first transfer window that I've ever seen Arsenal address all the areas of the squad that we need to address in one window.
Facts.
Like what happens is we leave a window and we're like, oh yeah, okay, cool. I like this signing, and I like, oh, but what about that? What about the striker? What about the seven? What about this? What about that?
Facts.
I don't really have a what about at the moment. Like I'm not really looking at, but that's because I believe Eze should and can play left wing.
Absolutely. With no question.
But there's people that, like, in my opinion, they look at the lineup at the beginning of the game and they go, oh, left wing is here, so that means that Eze will only
has to play here. He has to play chalk on his boots. And it's like, nah, bro.
They'll be over there. They don't understand that, like, Calafiori's gonna overlap, and then he's gonna come into a more central area, and he's gonna,
he has so much.
And
even if he was a pure left winger, even if he did have chalk on his boots, I tell you right now, give him 9 out of 10 situations that Martinelli had in the last game. He gonna make gold out of those moments. It took Eze 2 touches to have a better, more impactful game than Martinelli with whole 75. And this is coming from somebody who loves Martinelli. That's a whole nother, again, topic entirely. But for people trying to be so rigid in their positioning, like, bro, trust me, these footballers are smart enough and they're quality enough to make gold from wherever they're at on the pitch. And especially a team as versatile as ours, I don't think making the left wing so reductive as just only left wing, chalking your boots, making bombing runs and stuff like that, it's not going to be that cut and dry from that positioning, especially when we have a Calafiori, especially when we got Capier, who is known to make things happen doing overlapping runs and crossing from the half space, leaving the other person next to him to go a bit more inside. So I think the system is going to, again, take to Eze very, very well wherever he sits on the pitch, especially on that left-hand side. You just let him work. This is war zone. Let him drop in the city and let him work, man. Let him parachute in. And you know what I'm saying?
Karma's got some smoke for you, man.
Oh my, he loves my. Hey, listen. No. Well, let me explain. Whoa. You see what you see? I'm real about it though. Hold on, listen. I got love for Martinelli. I got love for him, y'all. I do. But we're at this point where not even prayers is helping, dude. I took a trip to the Emirates not too long ago. I went there and gave a Hail Mary on his thing, and it didn't even work. It didn't even help him. I'm being very honest with y'all, man. There's a whole conversation around him. I love him for what he's done for the club. I love him for what, again, the effort that he puts in. But we're at this place where we need better. We need better. Again, because he's came in at the same time as Saka, everybody, I got love for him because of how he broke in. But Saka evolved. Martinelli has not evolved. Martinelli has not learned. He has not exceeded what levels that he set previously. And that's the problem. It's time to, we're past this. We're past the sell by date where people have to claim, oh, it's the system. He's not Listen, system don't solve 1v1s. I don't know. Listen, what system y'all talking about? Y'all can't press the controller on a PS5. Y'all talking about that system? Y'all talking about no. There is no system thing involved with beating your man 1v1 on the pitch.
And there's no it's not really a system issue when you're in a scenario where you can see Victor Gyökeres is trying to run off the back of Konate, and you don't play the ball through, and then you run to the byline, and then you do the and then you just kick it out, and the hit goes out for a corner. Like, do you know what? Yeah, like, I'm sorry, like, I just can't have stupid people play for my team.
I understand it, bro. He be playing football like he's on 145 ping, like he be lagging all the time. I promise you, that whole sequence, straight down line. Yeah. He sees Gyökeres making the run off of Konate's shoulder.
He actually watches him.
Just watches them the whole way, and then tries to go into I understand it's mainly a confidence thing for him. I'm pretty sure, but at this point, I ain't gonna lie. At some point,
I don't think it's.
I think it's a decision making thing as well. Yeah. But I think confidence plays into a lot of what it is. But still, he's capped at this level now, and we cannot continue trying to put him through starting matches at this kind of level. Maybe as pure pace, impact sub or whatever, throw him in center forward depth. That's fine before we make a move for somebody else. But we can't start like this. We cannot start him in games anymore. In my opinion, again, I got love for this guy. I got love for him for what he's again tried to put into the club, the effort he's given for the badge. Fairs. But this is now us trying to get over the line. And we need the best of the best we have. And he is not the best we have at this very moment. No system can change that. No boots can change that. Maybe it's the hand tape. Maybe he got to put the hand tape back on and start cooking again. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. But something's got to give in that area. I love him, but we gotta do better. We got to move on to better.
Yeah. And you know what? Speaking about moving on to better, like, we have some outgoings. We have some outgoings on deadline day so far. We do have some outgoings, and I refer to a lot of our players as the unsellables. Yeah, and it is seeming so that we have a lot of unsellables because we've managed to sell the master of the unsellables, which was Albert Sambi Lokonga. He's gone to Hamburg. That salute. Guy, like, fair play. I think Vincent Kompany did the snake thing because obviously ties to Man City. He highly recommended Lokonga to us. Maybe it was a setup thing.
Sick guy. I hear it.
Listen. Do you know what? All's fair in love and war, innit? I hear it, but
shady.
We finally managed to get rid of him. I don't know how much the fee is. Personally, I don't care what the fee is. I'd sell him for £50. I don't really care. I just want him off the books. But this is something that actually frustrates me a lot when it comes to transfer windows. And I don't know how you feel about it, but I watch so many teams sell their shit players for good money. But I'm now here. Reece Nelson's going on loan with an option. Oh wait, I don't even know if there's an option in the Reece Nelson loan.
I think there's an option in there. I think there's an option.
I'm not too sure on that one, but there's an option on the Vieira one, the Fabio Vieira.
Yeah,
20 million. Why can't I sell these players? That's the only thing I don't understand. Why I can't? How many loans has Reece Nelson is still going on loans like he's a youth prospect?
It's crazy.
Like, Fabio Vieira, like, it's crazy. We bought him for 35 million, I think. 35 million.
35, yeah.
And we can't even get like a 20 million for him.
Nasty work.
And it doesn't make sense because, like, cool, he hasn't really played for us, but last season he played the whole season at Porto.
Yeah, still had a good run out. Whatever, again, was fit. Got some good points of contribution in there.
Yeah,
and it's still nothing. Bro. I don't even know what we'll be doing in these talks to try and sell these players. It's like Drake vibes, man, singing that "Find Your Love." I'm more than just an option. Hey, 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 type. You know what I'm saying? Like, are we serenading them? And they just like, yo, come off it, man. Come off it. Get out, man. I don't want to see these guys. But I don't know. But it just for season after season now, we've just been in this place where I honestly think a big part of it is the wages, man. We give some of these guys such favorable wages, and it's such a pain to offload them when we know they're not doing the business. They're not doing that. Again, Just today, I seen it. Harvey Elliott went somewhere. I can't remember exactly where he went. I gotta go double check Twitter again. But like Harvey Elliott got sold. You know what I'm saying? Harvey Elliott barely played.
Got sold.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he got sold. I'm pretty sure gone. Like permanent deal, gone. Permanent deal, sell on clause, like gone. And they're able to do. Liverpool's able to do these things again. Chelsea is a hotbed. It's the gulag of wasted talent. So that's by the by. They're in an extraordinary case. But other teams are able to still get things out the door. And I think it's a big part of it is because of our wages are really, really hampering our ability to sell anybody because we're given such favorable wages. And this is the part of that ruthlessness conversation. 35 million to Aston Villa. Thank you so much. I was about to say, literally, thank you, Rory.
It's a loan with obligation though. So, but yeah, they will get the money.
Yeah,
so,
but they're gonna get their bread. They're gonna get their bread off that. We're in such a position where we can't even scrounge half of the savings back or half of the money back for anybody. Zinchenko was there weeks ago talking about, my family was disappointed. They didn't even see me play. And now he in the back like, I'm cool. I'll train with you 21s. Don't worry about me. I'll be all right. These wages good. London all right to me. You know what I'm saying? He not moving. He not going nowhere. And we have to approach this in a much more aggressive and ruthless way. And this is one of the biggest tasks that Andrea Berta has to address in the windows to come. How are we going to approach wage structure and making sure that these assets are, again, favorable, they are desirable, but also we're not overcommitting to them. So we're stuck in a complete, a whole Naruto Genjutsu and a whole loop trying to get these guys out the door, but they're doing the same things over and over and we're stuck. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those, man. I'm about to say, Ian spoke facts right there, by the way.
Yeah, hey, big up Ian, man. And hey, just a reminder, hit that like button, innit? Don't be I want 75 likes minimum, before we leave. And if I don't get 75 likes before we leave, then it's definitely.
Is it a colour thing? Is there a colour thing about that? Is it underbelly colour thing that?
Yeah. So. Just remember, people.
I didn't even know you had that loaded. Oh shit.
100%. We know what it is. Yeah. So, do you know what? Fair play. Look, it's like I don't know. It's like the infinite conundrum as an Arsenal fan of understanding you need to do more, but then also simultaneously appreciating something has just happened that will lead to you doing more in the future. But that's a hard it's an easy conversation to have with an Arsenal fan that's like on a similar sort of wavelength to you, but it's like a very difficult conversation to have with a rival. With a rival, because a rival is just going to be like, what trophy you won? Like when did you last win the Premier League? That's what the conversation will boil down to. But when it's like, cool, obviously, I need to win the. I haven't won the Premier League since I was 13.
God bless.
I was in secondary school.
God bless. I picked this joint up literally the year after. I was about to say.
So you haven't seen
no prems.
You
haven't seen no prems, bro.
Oh man.
No prems. Again, I started ramping up all my support during the trophy drought during the 9-year joint. And I didn't see it till then. What was it called? Was it freaking Hull? FA Cup? Whatever. Literally. I didn't see it till then. So I'm like, yo, dang, that's crazy. They're getting nukes on MW2 is nuts. That's nuts. That's nuts.
But it's like I'm looking at Andrea Berta, and I'm going, man, what you've been able to do in one window. True. You're fixing Arsenal. That's the confidence that he's giving me. You're fixing Arsenal. Cool. I may have lost faith in the manager, but you're fixing Arsenal. I can put my faith in you and feel like something's gonna happen because
to form momentum.
I can't blame you too much about the lack of outgoings and the lack of generating money from outgoings because
that's just how we've been for years, you know?
Yeah, and I also understand that I mean, if we was to just sit and go over the wages, we'd both be like, why the hell is this player on this many wages? Like, that's not Bert. But Bert has been dealt a bad hand when it comes to sales. But for example, I know there's a lot of people that didn't like the Noni Madueke signing. I personally didn't want Noni Madueke, but he's here now. I support him. But when it comes to now looking at a scenario of, okay, let's try and sell Madueke to generate some money, we can do that because he's on about 50K.
Yeah, about the same wages he was at Chelsea. Favorable terms, and we again installments. That's a deal that we can do. And already you're seeing he's providing a lot more output and impact than people we have on our books right now. So it's like the business is the business. And if Berta's able to come in and assert a new foundation to where we have these assets that are going to put out on the pitch, they're going to put good performances in, and they still have a favorable structure, then I'm fine. I'm looking at Mascara, who came in for 13 million. I'm looking at Madueke, who came in on favorable wages. I'm looking at, Norgard is like a 1-2 year deal, but it's cheap. And again, cheap wages, not too much on our books. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at these players who are, again, really, really favorable situations financially for the club that gives us a lot of room. That, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those. That's sick work, Benny. That's sick work, man. Sick man. I'm dead. You know what I'm saying? But wherever you sit on the side, on the fence or whatever about, again, Arteta in or out or blah, 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 the regime KSA in or out, blah, blah, blah. You can say for a fact that there has been forward momentum with Andrea Berta making sure we're in a better place than we were before. Already one window. He's already shown that intent. And that gives me a lot of solace. Whether, again, for everything else that's out there in the haywire, I know everybody has different opinions on manager, team, again, ownership, all that stuff. I know. But at least for what he's done in this span of time since he's joined in about Marchish, he has shown he's going to take us forward. He's going to do what needs to be done to get us in better deals, in better situations, get better players, and set ourselves up for success going down the line. Again, for me right now, I think this window helped put us in a position to where we go to next January and next summer, and we can start to offload some players who don't need to be here anymore and really get some superstar talent, 1 to 3 signings, because our depth is already solidified. At this point, our depth is really solidified. We may need to tweak a couple things, but now we have the upward mobility to get 1 to 3 big marquee signings and really start to go into heavyweights. The stuff that Liverpool's doing now, where they go, oh man, we can pick an Isak, we can pick a Van Dijk from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? We can pick a Sadio Mane for this kind of money out the blue. I think that puts us in the territory to do that now going forward. And that was a big job. That's a big jump that we got to give Andrea Berta some credit for, in my opinion.
100%. Do you know what? I 100 million% agree with that. Like, it's a tricky balance being an Arsenal fan, like craving that, like, that celebration, craving that glory, while like simultaneously understanding that we're doing things to get there, but like can we do it a bit quicker? Like,
I wish, I wish, bro. And I feel like, again, this is the hardest hallmark of being an Arsenal fan. Again, the elements are not always with us. The elements oftentimes are against us. So there has to be a special effort to make things align and pull things in our way to win. And it's just harder. I think it's just harder for us because we see how everybody else out there in rival fan bases, the media, all this other stuff. We know how they treat us. We know how they do us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's tougher for me, but I always have that little sliver of hope. Even if we get beat down and battered across season, like the end of last season or whatever, when all the injuries came in, I look towards it again the next day. I'm like, yo, whatever, that's fine. Dust ourselves off. Because I know when our time comes, it's going to be the end of the world for everybody else. And I believe in my heart of hearts, it's going to be so worth it. And that's going to be the day when we don't leave that real conversation of winning big trophies for a good amount of time. Like that, we just need to break that one. We just need that one. And hopefully this was enough to do it in terms of transfer talk. Now it's time to do it on the pitch in terms of being ruthless, being proactive. And we got to take it week by week, man. We got to take this week by week and do it because we have a real shot this season. I believe we can do it this season. I believe we will do it this season, despite everything going on, despite everything, everybody stacking up, X-Men, mutants, the Avengers, Thanos, and all them peoples on the opposite teams. I still believe that we're going to get it done this season. And something major's coming. UCL or Prem. I think something major's coming our way, and just gotta hold the hope and lock in. That's it. It's not gonna be easy, y'all, but nothing easy in this life is worth it.
Yeah, nothing worth having is easy to acquire. So yeah, maybe we have to go through all of this pain. Maybe we have to go through all of this pain to actually just won the
Premier to his net. That's crazy. Hey, listen.
That's
crazy.
Man.
Nuts,
No,
man.
man.
Maybe it's the hopium talking. I don't know. But again, generally, I just have the bold trait of believing. I don't know. Call me crazy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Call me wild. It is what it is. I'ma just believe because I ain't got nothing better to do as a fan. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think I've got like one more season of like
locking in before
in me. I got one. I think another season of leaving with nothing will just absolutely just leave me in the like 6 feet underground, like, because it's hard to keep on.
I know,
psyching yourself up and being like invested and believing that something's gonna happen and like week in week, because it's not. I do content now, so it's not even like I can't hide.
Yeah, you can't run from the listen,
yeah, I can't run. I can't hide.
Like, you got to sit there and watch. Like again, yesterday I did a video on like stuff I liked about that match. I'm like, oh, what the hell do I like about a match we lost in? That's my first thought in my mind. Like in my inner sanctum, I'm like, what the do I really like about this match? We ain't get no points. We ain't get no nothing. That's my first like inclination because I'm mad. Like I'm like, we didn't win the game. Like it's that, but that's the hard part about it. Like you still got to show up for it. You still got to do it and truck through. And again, I guess just for me, like the thought is always in my mind. Like we're so close. We can't. I don't know. Barring mass injury, I don't think we're going backwards. Barring mass injury, we're not going backwards in my mind. So it's just I'm thinking of that day when I see London not on fire in a bad way, but like you know what I'm saying, like the parade's going, the people going. Like I still have that in my mind. I'm like, listen, I gotta believe. I as a supporter of this club, I have no other choice in my mind than to back this team once this transfer window's closed and say, listen, for better, for worse, I'm here. Bun everybody else, bun all the rival fans. I'm not agreeing with none of y'all. We the Arsenal, we still gonna make something happen because that's how it gotta be. That's just how it's gotta be.
Yeah. No, do you know what? You right. You right. Hey, but I'm gonna have to wrap there.
Yeah,
it's been I've enjoyed the conversation. Obviously, thanks for giving me some time and jumping on the channel. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, my bro. Obviously, people, make sure on your way out you are liking. Make sure on the way out you are subscribing, not only to my channel but to Full Time Trips channel as well. I am sending you over to Deluded Gooners channel now, where I'll be jumping on there as well. Well, I should be jumping on there. If you sent the link, we'll find out. So make sure when you get over there, you Hooks Raid, like it up, and yeah, we'll catch you next time. Peace.